Hello and welcome to the Maynooth University presentation on MH201, our General Science degree. My name is Ita McGuigan, and over the next 10 to 15 minutes I hope to explain MH201 to you in more detail, and hopefully by the end of it you will seriously consider putting MH201 down on your CEO application. As I said, my name is Ita, and after the presentation I will be live to answer any of your questions on our Ask web chat, or alternatively I would encourage you to take down my email address ita.mcguigan@mu.ie, and please feel free to drop me an email at any time after this presentation or over the next coming weeks or months should you have any questions on our course here on MH201 Science at Maynooth University. Should you decide to study science at Maynooth University, you will be a student of the Faculty of Science and Engineering at Maynooth University, and the departments in this faculty comprise of biology, chemistry, computer science, electronic engineering, experimental physics, mathematical physics, mathematics and statistics, and psychology. So you will be in great company with other students of STEM, with experts leading from those various departments. As a student of science in Maynooth University, you will have access to leading researchers working in research institutes, including the Callan Institute, Hamilton Institute, Institute of Immunology, and National Centre for Geocomputation, all of which are associated with the Faculty of Science and Engineering at Maynooth University. You will develop strong problem-solving skills and analytical skills during your degree, with your theoretical knowledge reinforced through your practical sessions in our state-of-the-art laboratories. You will develop advanced teamwork, leadership, and numerical skills, all of which are highly valued in many sectors of the labour market, here and abroad. So what's the entry requirements for MH201? Well, this year in 2021, the CEO points were 401 CEO points. In addition to the subjects listed on this slide, you will notice that there is no language requirement, and we have also QQI PLC links into MH201, which are detailed on the prospectus. Do you know what's great about MH201? You choose your degree, you structure your degree. In year one, you must choose mathematics, but you also choose 3 other science subjects. 3 subjects from a list of 7. And what else is great about it? You've got 4 weeks to decide on your subject choice. So you can come into Maynooth not sure 100% what you really want to study along with mathematics. You might have biology in your leaving cert, you might have physics in your leaving cert, and you might wish to further your studies in these. But you've got 4 weeks to also try out other science subjects that you possibly may have never considered before, such as data science or engineering science. And as I say, you've got 4 weeks to decide on your subject selection. So you might come in with an idea, you might come in with no idea, but you've got 4 weeks to shape your future of year one. In my last slide I talked maybe you don't know what subjects you want to choose when you go into MH201, and the great thing about our course is that you've got the 4 weeks to decide and try out the various different science disciplines within MH201. But many people come into MH201 not knowing what career they want to progress to after they finish their studies. But just as many come into MH201 with a definite path and definite career path. But this slide shows you where many of our graduates of MH201 end up working, as in biomedical engineering, immunology, science educator, science teacher, data science, mathematicians, environmentalist. This is just a sample of where our graduates, our MH201 graduates, go on into the workplace. So this just gives you a sample of, how you can structure your career from the first day that you start in Maynooth. And Maynooth University, and indeed the Faculty of Science and Engineering, is very much willing to help you structure what you want to study and where you want to work. So as I mentioned already, all year one MH201 students study mathematics, but they also can choose 3 subjects from biology, chemistry, computer science, data science, engineering science, experimental physics, and mathematical physics. Many come into MH201 with one Leaving Cert science subject. Many come in with 2 or 3 science subjects in their Leaving Cert. The good thing about MH201 is whether you've studied the course for Leaving Cert, the science course for Leaving Cert or not, lecturers know that there are people in the class that have never studied it before, and they take that into consideration when they're delivering their lectures. What I would always encourage everyone to do is don't rule out a subject until you try it. So if you don't know what data science is, why not attend a lecture or look it up? I'm going to show you a slide on our course finder page, because you might say to me, well, I don't know what experimental physics is, I don't know what computer science is, I don't know what engineering science is, or whatever. I'm going to show you a great resource where you can get all that information. And they say knowledge is power, so make sure and read up as much as you can on the modules before you start. And then when you start, I'm going to repeat it again, but you have got the 4 weeks to decide. But please, please, please come in with an open mind. Come in going, okay, I think I might know what subjects I want to do, but I'm going to try out another couple of subjects that I've never heard of before. So I make a really, really, really informed decision, informed choice after the 4 weeks. And I know that I have chosen the right 3 subjects for me after the 4 weeks. So as I said from previous slides, all year 1 MH201 students take mathematics, and then you choose your 3 subjects from biology, chemistry, computer science, data science, engineering science, experimental physics, and mathematical physics. It's also important to note that you should refer to page 119 of the prospectus to see the module selection and what's possible and what may not be possible. In year 2, you can continue with 3 of the 4 subjects that you have studied in first year, and there's also the option in second year to study for an optional 10 credit elective or an optional 10 credit critical skills. And more information can be found on page 13 of the prospectus for both of those. And then in year 3, you continue with 2 of the 3 subjects, and then in final year you decide whether you want to do a double major or a single major. So all the information on page 119. I mentioned that we had a great course finder in Maynooth University, and that I advised that you should look up the module description on modules within MH201. So come in armed with the knowledge of which modules are available, but also what each module entails. So how you find that course finder on our website, go into maynoothuniversity.ie, go up to undergraduate, I have it highlighted up there. Go into level 8 degrees, and that will open a new page with a list of all our undergraduate degrees. Scroll down to Bachelor of Science, MH201, and click on that. That will then open up this next page that I've took a screenshot of. So it'll give you a description of MH201, the career options, entry requirements, etc. But it's the second tab that I would like you to click on, called Course Structure. When you click on Course Structure, a new page will open up, and I'd like you to scroll down to near the bottom of that page and go into Year 1. It will list the various science modules available within MH201, such as maths, biology, chemistry. You can click into each of those and it'll open a new page. So for the purpose of this presentation, I just clicked on data science, and the second half of this PowerPoint slide shows you the information, well, only some of the information that is given to me when I click on that data science. So go in to each of those, click into each of them, and get a sense of what you'll be studying, and indeed even your timetable. So this slide shows what I just outlined earlier. Your 4 subjects in first year are 15 credits each. Then if you go on to second year and specialise in your 3 subjects, you can go 20-20-20 or 20-20-10-10. Third year, you specialise in your 2 subjects and they're equal weighting of 30 credits each. In fourth year, you decide whether you want to do a double major, so that's a 30 credit, or a single major, where that's one subject at 60 credits. Okay, so back to the last slide, and you're going, oh no, I don't know whether I want to specialise in a single or a double major. Well, I'm going to tell you, do not panic, that's for year 4. So what's the best one for you? This course offers the flexibility to make that choice once you're familiar with the subjects. So don't be panicking about fourth year now. What's right for you will depend on your future plans and interests. And after you start with us and go over from first year to second year, you'll be able to find your path, and over the years you will decide what you want to do by the time you get to fourth year. This slide details what transfer options are available to MH201 students, and I should say you should also refer to the prospectus which details MH201 in more details. It will give you what subjects you can choose together, etc. So always refer to the prospectus and our course finder and the details on our website, because obviously they're going to give you more detailed information than I can in this presentation. But you will see, and I must tell you that there are limited places or a certain amount of places in each of the following degrees, but it does go on your year 1 exams and their results. So in first year, you hopefully fly through MH201 and you may think of transferring. You could transfer to biotechnology, and you will see there on the third column on the right hand side, it gives details on what are my requirements and eligibility to transfer. So you will see what grades and subjects you must have picked in first year. So biotechnology, astrophysics, data science, biological and biomedical science, pharmaceutical and biomedical chemistry, science education, computer science and maths education, electronic engineering. So you might have never considered studying engineering before, and in fact you might have done higher level maths, which is a requirement in your leaving certificate. But maybe, as I mentioned earlier, maybe after 4 weeks in MH201 and after you've sampled engineering science, you actually love it. Well, there is that option that a student who's studying MH201 could transfer into year 2 of electronic engineering, and you will see there what the criteria for that is. Now, I want to talk to you about some of the MH201 students that we have. You'll find during open days, online open days, that you can engage with our current Maynooth University students. They provide great information that it gives you the true perspective of what it's like being a student at Maynooth, and for the purpose of this presentation, what it's like being a science student at Maynooth University. So make sure and ask our students, engage with them through the various platforms during the open day, and you'll get invaluable information from them. For example, this is Andrea. Andrea is a MH201 student in her final year now. She's one of our student ambassadors, and she's a great source of information. Andrea is in her final year taking a double major in biology and chemistry. This is a photo of Andrea at the higher options in 2019. I'm sure she would have been there in September this year too, talking to students about science at Maynooth University, but unfortunately we couldn't be there physically, but she was online last week answering questions on the Q&A session at the higher options virtual. So Andrea says the lectures at Maynooth University are fantastic and get you really interested in your subject. You can see the passion when they lecture you. Science can seem hard and overwhelming, but the lectures break the complexities to simple elements so you understand it. This is Jack. Jack recently graduated with a PhD in maths and statistics. Jack came into MH201 after his leaving certificate. He enjoyed maths in school and liked the statistics minor as part of it. I wanted to go to Maynooth because it was a town with a great friendly atmosphere. There is also a great social scene in the university with a wide variety of clubs and societies. As a maths graduate, I have carried out research in growth modelling and weather forecast verification with applications in agriculture, ecology, statistics and meteorology. There is a lot more to maths than you think, with lots of interesting and important career opportunities for maths graduates. And again, Jack didn't specialise in first year. He came into MH201, and it was only after that he decided to specialise in pure maths after year 1. This is Aoife. Aoife came into MH201 General Science and then specialised in biology and physics. Undecided about which field of science to pursue, this course allowed me to sample various disciplines of science in my first year, including maths, physics, biology and computer science. Eventually, I opted to study a double honours degree in both experimental physics and biology. Maynooth University provided me with the opportunity to undertake this unusual combination of subjects not commonly done in other universities throughout Ireland. Having failed physics in my leaving certificate exams, the idea of completing a degree in physics seemed impossible at the onset of my studies. However, the relatively small class sizes, coupled with how willing both the lecturers and postgraduate students are to sharing their extensive knowledge, was no doubt an essential component of the success of my degree. I have since combined both my biology and physics backgrounds together and have undertaken a postgraduate course in biomedical engineering. My BSc degree is internationally recognised. It has already created so many opportunities for me, and I believe it will continue to do so for many years to come. The last three slides just give a sample of some of our MH201 students. But don't forget, we recently launched our Chat to Our Current MU Students Live app on our website. So I just give you the screenshot of it there. As I said, it's talking to current students who are studying at Maynooth University, gives you a real opportunity to find out at first hand from your peers what's it like to study at Maynooth. And these students, you know, they were in your shoes a year or two ago. They know what you're going through with the Leaving Cert looming, and they will be able to give you practical advice and an insight into actually what it's like studying at Maynooth University, whether it's arts to business studies, law or science. So make sure and check out that website that I have just put up there. Before I go, I just wanted to let you know, you might think, okay, I have to do maths in first year. Maths is a large component of many courses at undergraduate level, and I just wanted to point out there's an amazing, it's a brilliant free service to all MU students, all undergraduate students, and it's offered whether you're studying psychology and have a bit of maths in it, or business studies, accountancy, maths, science. It's open to all undergraduate students and it's free. It's run by the excellent Dr. Kieran Mockinvard, and it's peer-to-peer learning. So if you have a particular mathematical problem that you need help with, there's postgraduate students there, and it's peer-to-peer. They're not going to answer the question for you, but they will help and work through the exercise of the mathematical problem for you. So make sure that from day one or first week or whatever, when you start your studies, no matter what course it is in Maynooth, if you have any mathematical problems or need additional help with your maths, make sure and use the Maths Learning Support Centre, and it's based in the library. It's free, and again, what's great about it, it's peer-to-peer learning. So this slide gives more information on it, and also the website there too. So do not forget, and don't leave it to the week before your semester 1 exams or the week after your results to go and look for help. Make sure and look for what help is out there in Maynooth for you, whether it's from the Maths Learning Support Centre to the Student Services. Make sure and avail of it. Graduates of the university can be found in a vast range of industries, businesses, many employment opportunities both in Ireland and abroad. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and has given you some insight to MH201, and please feel free to contact me at any stage, or any of my colleagues, in the admissions office, and our email address is admissions@mu.ie, and I have given you my own email account at the university at the start of the presentation. Thank you.